Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Thank you for tuning into another video. Right behind me is the 2024 Mustang Dark Horse.
Now, we have covered the Mustang Dark Horse on our channel before. It's got the Gen 4 Coyote motor making 500 horsepower, and it's got, the Tremec manual transmission, a lot of suspension upgrades over a regular GT or a GT with the performance pack. So the premise of this car is basically taking the S550 Mustang Mach 1 and building on top of it to basically make it the best handling 5.0 Mustang ever built. So this is basically going to be an upgrade over a Mustang GT with the performance pack. It's not going to rival quite the Shelbys of the Mustangs, the GT350 or the 500, obviously. But it's going to have the 5.0 engine, suspension upgrades, Tremec transmission, all of these useful upgrades basically over a regular Mustang GT to make it worthwhile. Now, the 2024 Mustangs have been out and we have been seeing them on the road. I have got to, get up close with the Mustang GT, the 2024 model year, and also the Mustang EcoBoost. And I've done a lot of videos on those that you can check out on my channel in terms of, how everything works within the car, the Sync 4 system, the Digital Dash, and all the customization. But this video is about the Mustang Dark Horse, and specifically why it's not selling as well as you would think it should, given everything it's got, basically. There are a couple different reasons that I have noticed that is causing this Mustang Dark Horse, or the 2024 Mustang Dark Horse specifically, to not sell as well. And we're going to dive into both of those reasons in depth in this video. So the first thing is going to be the greed of the dealerships, right? The MSRP on the Mustang Dark Horse starts at right around $60,000 for a base Mustang Dark Horse. If you do want to get a handling pack or the premium, you can easily option these out to $65,000. Now, this is a significant increase compared to a Mustang Mach 1 if you were to get a handling pack or just get a Mach 1 premium. There's a good bit of price increase, but that's nothing new for the Dark Horse itself. That's across the board. If you're going for a 2024 Mustang, whether it's a GT, EcoBoost, or a Dark Horse, you're going to see a significant price increase. Now, what I noticed, I've been following the prices pretty closely. And with the Mustang EcoBoost and the Mustang GTs, they were listed for MSRPs when they first launched, like back in September and October. And as the time has gone by, I'm constantly seeing them $4,000 or $5,000 off of MSRP. And of course, that doesn't factor in any of the private offers Ford gives out for these kind of vehicles. But for the Mustang Dark Horse, despite the MSRP being around $60,000, which is a tough pill to swallow to begin with, because that kind of pricing used to get you a Shelby Mustang, like a GT350. When I think the GT350 when it first came out was like around $50,000, $48,000 MSRP. So that kind of pricing used to get you that, and now you're getting still a regular Mustang, 5.0 Mustang, basically without Shelby or anything special for that kind of price. But of course, the prices have gone up significantly in general, so that's not Ford's fault. And I think we were just kind of expecting price increases to begin with. That's with all the cars. However, dealerships are just treating the Mustang Dark Horse as if it's the, one of the best Mustangs you can buy. And I mean, right now, I guess you could because there is no Shelby variant. But because of that, we're seeing a significant ADM, or the additional markup, basically dealer adjusted markup, because right now I'm seeing them $60,000. If you go on the website for those dealers, you're seeing that same vehicle with like certain, either they have add-ons or they're just not even shy about it and they're upfront about, here's the ADM, $5,000, $10,000 MSRP, or additional to the MSRP. So you're realistically, even though Ford wanted to sell this car for $60,000, the dealers are treating this car to be a, $65,000, $70,000, $75,000. I've seen markups up to $20,000 on a Dark Horse with a handling pack. And that to me is absolutely nuts, because those cars were listed for like $85,000. And that to me is just absolutely crazy for a non-Shelby Mustang. I mean, when the GT500 came out with 760 horsepower in 2020, they were MSRP for $70,000, and even with markups, you could get it for $75,000 to $80,000 if you did not care about, getting it for MSRP. Now with the Dark Horse, like I said, it is a great vehicle. It is special, but it's not that special. In the end, it's got the same 5.0, just slightly revised, nothing a tune cannot solve from a regular Mustang GT. Yes, it's got suspension bits, but how many of you guys are really pushing it to the 10 out of 10s, right? even if you are tracking your autocrossing this Mustang Dark Horse, you're probably going to keep it at 7 out of 10 level. So I think that's where it has been struggling to sell, and now the winter is here. Basically, a lot of people who would have liked to get this Mustang in fall time, they're just not going for those anymore. The other thing with the winter is, the second reason, I guess, is the availability of the summer tires. So they come with, if you get the handling pack especially, that's been the struggle. If you get the handling pack, they come with the Pirelli, I think Trofeo tires or Trofeo RS tires, especially built for the Mustang Dark Horse, but they are extremely sticky, which means it's going to be a very soft compound. So if you ordered your Mustang Dark Horse and you still haven't received it, or if you just placed your order recently, you cannot get the Mustang Dark Horse with the handling pack because Ford is not able to install those tires in these cold temperatures. I mean, especially in most where Mustangs are being built, we're approaching, very, very low temperatures, and because of that, Ford cannot maintain that and put the summer tires on the Mustang Dark Horse. So if you ordered a Dark Horse, when it first came out, you were struggling with the MSRP, a lot of dealer markups, which turned a lot of people off. Genuinely, people who actually wanted to have talked to a few people who wanted to get them, but they just weren't willing to pay above MSRP. And most dealers, they just thought they could make a quick buck, and they were listing it for above MSRP. So anyone who was serious about this car, was looking for it, probably got turned away because they didn't want to pay over MSRP. And even if you could get it at MSRP and you want to get a handling pack now, because of the winter time, now we're struggling to basically get the summer tires on. You can still get the Mustang Dark Horse without the handling pack, so non-handling pack version, if you just get the Mustang Dark Horse Premium, and that will allow you to basically get the Mustang Dark Horse without the handling pack and all the fancy stuff that comes with, which I guess is not a huge deal if you don't track your Mustang, but if you're going to pay that kind of money for a Mustang, then you might as well get everything that there is available to get. So while Ford had the right intention to be able to sell this Mustang Dark Horse with the Gen 4 Coyote motor, suspension bits, the Tremec transmission, to really make it a true best 5.0 Mustang that there is to get, I think the dealer agreed, the greedy dealerships around, even in my area, and like even if you search acrossthecars.com and all those websites, they have really ruined it for a lot of people who are genuinely interested in this car, but no one can really imagine paying $75,000, $80,000 for a Mustang Dark Horse, which is, again, a really good car, but not special enough to kind of demand that kind of pricing. So yeah, I think those are the two main reasons why I think the Mustang Dark Horse isn't selling as well as we would have hoped to be. But maybe there will be a Shelby variant. Maybe dealers will kind of come off of their high and they start pricing them at MSRP, or even maybe a couple $1,000 discount. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Mustang Dark Horse. Do you think it's selling as well as you kind of expected, or do you think it's going to be a failure? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash that like button and of course subscribe to Red 50 for more videos.